The party reaffirmed its long-held commitment to pulling Italy out of the single currency in a move which would alarm bells in Brussels. Hostility towards the euro is a prominent issue in Rome, and financial markets are already rattled at the prospect that anti-establishment parties could try to pull the country out of the euro. Although no party is likely to win a parliamentary majority in the upcoming election, a coalition including the League and former Premier Silvio Berlusconi's Forza Italia looks set to win the most votes in March. European Parliament President Antonio Tajani, a member of Forza Italia, said this week the League seemed to have abandoned the idea of a hypothetical and unfeasible exit from the euro. I remain convinced that the euro under these conditions was an error, which we will put right, Matteo Salvini. But League leader Matteo Salvini hit back on Wednesday, telling La Repubblica, "Free interpretations of my thinking make me laugh. I remain convinced that the euro under these conditions was an error, which we will put right." The party is allied with France's National Front in the European Parliament, and the League blames the euro for rising poverty in the bloc, saying it favors economic powerhouse Germany. Despite once being one of the most pro-EU European countries, a recent poll shows rising hostility in Italy towards the bloc. Getty Salvini wants to get rid of the euro. A survey by the Berlusconi Foundation last October showed 83% of Italians were not satisfied with the direction of the EU, compared with an average of 66% across the EU 28. In France, it was the National Front's anti-euro stance that contributed to their bruising defeat at the hands of pro-EU centrist Emmanuel Macron last spring. Marine Le Pen's party has since softened its position, leaving the Northern League more isolated within Europe in its push for a euro exit. Claudio Borghi Aquilini, the League's head of economic policy, told Reuters, "Before, we had a concrete hope of creating a group of nations that could have immediately demolished the euro. Sadly, we no longer have that, so we need to approach it unilaterally." The party is allied with France's National Front in the European Parliament. Mr. Berlusconi, who cannot run in the election because of a tax fraud conviction, also proposes a dual currency, but does not back abandoning the euro. The Italian parliament was dissolved last week ahead of the March 4 election. One of the most contentious issues in the parliamentary battle will be proposed law to give citizenship automatically to children born in Italy to immigrants. The proposal isn't a popular one with the general public, and an opinion poll this month found less than half of respondents supported the proposed law.